Who's ready for prime time? The best prime rib you've ever had, coming right up. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad you're back. If you're here to up your sous vide game, you're in the right place. If you're here for the first time, go hit that subscribe button down below and buckle up because we're going over one of the greatest steak and potatoes feasts you're ever gonna have. Prime rib. Alongside this rib roast, we're gonna be making some crispy roasted potatoes and also a horseradish sauce to go along with that great beefy flavor. But okay, enough talking, let's get down to it. We're gonna start off this cook with a beautiful 6-pound American Wagyu rib roast. Would you look at that marbling? Wow. For today's cook, I'm not gonna be able to eat all of this myself, so we're gonna cut off another big steak for another cook. Oh, that's gonna be good too. There's not a lot to trim here, but you wanna take off any hard fat or silver skin on the top. Don't go too crazy on the fat because some of this fat connects the cap to the eye. Ooh, a little bit of 50 Shades action here. Now this step is not necessary, but if you were looking to up your presentation level, you're going to want to tie up your roast with some butcher's twine. We're going to skip this part though. Decent cook, not a great butcher's twine tire guy. We'll move on to salting our roast. With a piece of meat this thick, we're going to need to salt liberally and give it enough time to absorb into the meat. We're going to do what's called dry brining. We're salting this liberally to the night before and going to let it sit on a rack in the fridge overnight. Alright, while we're here, we're also going to make our horseradish sauce now. Anytime I'm doing a sauce, I want to do it in advance to let the flavors combine. It can sit in the fridge until you're ready to use it. Whipping up this quick horseradish sauce goes perfectly with our prime rib. We're going to dice up some chives here. We'll take our bowl and add a half cup of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of horseradish, 2 tablespoons of mayo, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon black pepper. We'll add in our chives here, a little dash of apple cider vinegar, and mix to combine. Alright, our sauce is made and our roast is dry brining. We'll pick this up tomorrow morning. Through a little bit of movie magic here, it's the next morning. And we're going to bag this big boy up and bring her over to the sous vide. Look at that beautiful deep red roast. That's what you're going to get when dry brining. For roasts, it's always great if you can vacuum seal them. It'll aid with the string in keeping the roast presentation ready. Alright y'all, water bath break. Let's talk time and temperature for our perfect prime rib. For my roast, I love medium rare, so I'm looking at about 132 as my temperature. As far as time here, we're looking at a really thick roast. So it's going to take some time for that internal temperature to just reach 132. About 4 to 5 hours. Anything past that 4 to 5 hours, we'll be working on tenderizing the roast. I'm going to go for about 9 hours. But while we wait for the meat, we can make our sides. For our roasted potatoes, we're going to jump in here with our Yukon Golds already diced up and boiled for about 8 minutes. After we're done boiling, we'll strain them here. Just make sure to get your lens all foggy. And then we're just going to leave them here to come up to room temperature. We've preheated our oven to 425 and we'll add a cup of vegetable oil to a sheet tray. And we'll make sure it reaches all the corners. We're going to go ahead and put this tray into the oven for 7 minutes to let the oil get hot. Once our oil is hot, we're gonna add our potatoes to the hot oil. Be careful here. Hot oil splashing is not fun. Spread those potatoes out and make sure they're coated on all sides with the hot oil. Put everything back into the oven at 350 for about an hour. Potatoes are done, and look at those crispy boys. Let me give you a close-up here. While we go to finish our prime rib, I'm going to put these on a tray so I can keep them warm in the convection oven. Don't forget to salt your potatoes to taste, and you can add some fresh parsley here. Okay, time's up on our meat. Let's get it out of the bath and finished up. Finishing time. We'll get our roast out of the bag. We'll dry it off here. Now's the time to cut that twine off. Now we're ready to apply our rub. We're going with one of my favorites, Meat Church Holy Cow. Remember, if you're looking to get your hands on some Meat Church rubs, there's always going to be a link down in the description. We're going to use this yellow mustard as a binder. And to answer your question, no, it's not going to taste like mustard at all. We're just using this as a binder. Now we're going to put our rubs on all sides. Onto our roasting tray, and we're going to finish in the oven for about 15 minutes at 500 degrees. Boom! Look at that. Can't wait. Time to carve it up. Man, loving that solid crisp on the outside. Moment of truth. Whoo! Yeah, I think that speaks for itself. Wow. Edge to edge perfection there. Alright, y'all, I don't know about you, but after seeing that thing get carved, I am so pumped for this one. Let's see how we did. Look at that. Perfection. Let's get some of this sauce in there. Perfection. That's perfection right there. Just edge to edge, medium rare. So tender, so flavorful, so meaty. It's just amazing. Perfection. I can't say it enough. And that holy cow just added such a great crust to the outside. Loved it. Yeah, you really can't beat this one. You guys are going to be coming back to this one over and over again. It's that good. All right, let's try some of these potatoes now. Look at that. It's just so crispy, even, crispy outside, creamy inside, perfection. What I really love about this is that inside is just creamy potato, outside just crispy as they come. If you got something out of this video, go give it a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Go watch one of the other videos we got for you, and I'll catch you on the next one.